Alors, aujourd'hui, avant de terminer cette leçon d'aujourd'hui, j'aimerais bien vous introduire à ce qu'on appelle le futur antérieur. Le futur antérieur, already in English, the word anteriority expresses something in the past. So the question is, how do you express something in the future that is also in the past as well? Mais ce n'est pas difficile, pas du tout. Comme je vous ai une fois dit, que il est très important d'abord de savoir comment ça s'utilise en anglais. I think it is very important that you know how it is used in your language, that is in English in this case, before we can now express it in French. Because if you don't know how it is used in the language that you speak often, then it will be difficult to practice it in another language. So d'abord, il faut savoir comment, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire le futur antérieur. In 2 minutes, I will be done. It's very simple. Now, you see, here I have shown that there are two actions in the future here, all right? But what is the difference? The fact is that one is in the future, they both are in the future actually, but you see this one here, all right, is not the same as this one here, all right? So what I'm trying to express here is that even in the future, there are actions that come before one another, all right? So this means that the first action here, all right, is passed to this one here. So if I were to express, for example, if I want to say that by the time you come back home, that is, by the time you will arrive, that's a future expression, don't forget. By the time you will arrive, I would have slept. I would have slept. So it means that if you arrive at this time, I would have slept at this time. Now, these two actions are still in the future, only that one has come before the other one in the future. That is to say, so futur antérieur is used when you want to express an action. For example, here it says that exprimer une action déjà terminée au futur. Exprimer une action déjà terminée au futur. So if you look at what I'm saying here is that if the action happens, if this action, by the time this action happens, this one would already have been done. And that's how simple it is. So le futur antérieur is gotten by le verbe être ou le verbe avoir au futur plus le participe passé du verbe. What does that mean? It means that you conjugate the verb être or avoir, you conjugate it in future tense plus the past participle of the main verb. That will give us futur antérieur. All right, so it means that what you want to say now is, if you want to express something now in French, I expect you to be able to say that I would have done something. All right, I will have. So if you look at this, j'aurais fini means I will have finished. And here, the principle of passé composé is respected because the verb arriver is part of the verbs that we use with être. So, je serai arrivé. I will have arrived. So please, go ahead, practice to use such expressions. You know, things most times, most of all these expressions do not come to us naturally. We have to be the one to decide to construct our sentences in that line. So I'm saying that you have to deliberately, cautiously make sure that you use this expression futur antérieur. All right, so finally, guys, I want us to, for our assignment, please look at this. Look at these expressions. There's future tense, exercise 5 on page 38, exercice 5 à la page 38. Pour les vocabulaires, il y a exercice 7, 8 et 9 à la page 39. J'aimerais bien que vous lisiez l'homme et la mer à la page 43 et une exercice, expression écrite, rédiger une lettre de réclamation. Merci beaucoup pour votre participation et on se parlera sur notre Zoom prochainement. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt.